Hi guys! We almost reached the end of the year and I must say, what a year it has been. So I thought it would be a fun idea to make a video about my top 10 favorite games I have played in 2022. So keep in mind, not only the games that have been released this year, but the games I have played this year. So that can also mean like games that are like 2 years old already. And another thing, keep in mind, it's my personal opinion. So if you don't agree, that's totally fine. So yeah, I hope you will enjoy and Happy New Year already. And hopefully I will see you next year. Bye bye! Kunai is just one of those games that despite its flaws, it's still so much fun and very memorable. Using your kunai to traverse through the world and its environment is so satisfying. It also makes for some fun and creative level design and some interesting boss fights. I can't help it, the world of kunai is just so charming and all these dumb heads you can collect make it even more ridiculous. It's for sure an overlooked gem that many action platformer lovers should play. Lumion is not for everybody, I get that. But the level design and the whole presentation, like the beautiful art style, the gorgeous music and the creative world building, makes this underwater precision platformer such a great experience in my opinion. It's really difficult, but that didn't stop me from finishing this underrated gem. Once again, I totally understand why the difficulty can put you off, but the puzzle and level design is probably one of the most creative designs I have seen in any game. You should really give it a try if it looks like something you would enjoy. From a difficult game to another difficult one. Grime is also such an underrated game. It's a very solid Souls-like Metroidvania that has great level progression, a very dark but interesting world to explore and just so many awesome boss fights. I also really enjoyed all the different upgrades you will get and how mobile you will become eventually. Yes, it's definitely not an easy game. Like default enemies can still kill you if you are high level. And the whole map system is really challenging, because you will have to blindly find a beacon to update your map. But other than that, it's just such a well made game, and especially with the recently released Colors of Rot DLC, it should get way more attention. I haven't had the time to play the DLC yet, but just like the main game, it looks simply amazing. So I'm really looking forward to it. Kaze and the Wild Masks is just so nostalgic to me, because it's such a great homage to the Donkey Kong Country series. It's simple but fun gameplay, and every single level has something unique. Collecting everything and finding all the bonus rooms is also a nice additional challenge. This game is just enjoyable from start to finish, and it never decreases in quality. The only complaint I have is that it is too short, but that's it. It's definitely the best platformer I have played this year. So if you haven't played it yet, you really should. Bronte really surprised me with how smooth the gameplay was. I was really afraid that the underwater setting and the lack of platforming would make it a really sluggish experience, but that was totally not the case. The combat is simple but effective, the level design is creative and has some fun puzzle elements, and some boss fights were challenging but just a spectacle to fight. The world and its environment is also really well designed, and all the little secrets and other additional challenges are fun to discover. The story has some layers as well, so I really had a great time with this game. It's just a very solid Metroidvania that, despite such a difficult setting, really knows how to captivate the player. Haak sold me when it was still in early access. The gameplay was really fluid, the level progression was super enjoyable, like the upgrades and the rise in difficulty, and the overall story kept me engaged as well. When it got finally released this year, I was so excited that I continued my playthrough on launch day. Besides a bit of basic combat mechanics, this game has it all. An intriguing story, great level design, cool world building, and a lot of optional content that rewards you with even more fun upgrades and even a different ending. I really like it when games give you this much freedom to explore at your own pace, especially when exploring is really rewarding and fun to do. Another really solid Metroidvania that shouldn't be overlooked. Go play it! Islets is just like Kunai, such a charming Metroidvania with a fun setting and really quirky characters. But what makes it even better in my opinion is how creative it is. The map progression is really fun and such a great idea for a Metroidvania. The addition of the airplane makes for some variety in the gameplay, like enjoyable bullet hell sections. And the freedom you have in upgrading your character is really unique, because you always get 3 random upgrades to choose from when you find an upgrade. I also really love the art style and the overall feeling it gives me. It just makes me happy. The level design isn't always of the same quality. I feel like you still have to rely a bit too much on just using your basic attacks instead of using your cool new upgrades, especially during boss fights, but that's just a minor nitpick I have. If you love action platformers, you really should add this one to your library. The Night Witch is honestly the game I had the most fun with while playing. It has some flaws for sure, like some boss battles are just a beautiful mess that will give you a lot of stress, and the Metroidvania aspect isn't that well executed in my opinion. But the quality of this game is amazing. I know some of you do not agree with me that the gameplay is fun, but you all do agree that the mashup of all these genres is very creative, and that is also fine with me. I personally really like the card-based spells and the bullet hell-like gameplay, but what I like the most is how much effort went into making this game. It also has a lot of fun puzzles and other creative gameplay sections for you to uncover. And this is another game where exploring is really rewarding. The overall presentation is great, and even though it has the most difficult real ending boss fight I have ever come across, I can't recommend it enough if you like the gameplay that is being shown. It's definitely not the best Metroidvania this year, but it is without a doubt the most creative and fun game I have played this year, and probably my favorite game that has come out this year. Aeterna Noctis is just a delight for a Metroidvania lover. It isn't always as enjoyable as it should be, because it's really difficult, it has a slow start and the world is so big that it's very overwhelming, but man, do I appreciate the ambitious level design and just the scope of this game. There are so many areas that are just breathtaking and ooze with creativity. I can't imagine how long it took to create this game. This game left such an impression on me, because it has so much content and so many epic moments. And once again, it is a lot to take in, especially in the beginning. But when it starts going, this game will captivate you. I really admire what this game has tried, and I hope many Metroidvanias in the future will try the same. Absolutely not a flawless Metroidvania, but a Metroidvania that's just epic and leaves you speechless. It's a bit expensive, but you really should buy it when it's on sale if this is your kind of game. If you have been following my channel for a while, this shouldn't come as a surprise, but Arise: A Simple Story is the best game I have played this year. This game is a masterpiece in my opinion. It's probably in my top 10 games of all time. The emotion I felt while playing this game was just amazing. I never felt bored, didn't enjoy the gameplay, or wasn't invested. This game just has it all. Great storytelling, creative gameplay, well designed and cinematic levels or chapters, an interesting art style, and beautiful music. Just thinking about it makes me emotional and makes me want to play it again. God, I love this game. And this is exactly why I appreciate indie games so much. This game is so overlooked and underrated, it makes me sick. Go play it and experience a game that just overflows with passion. Thanks for watching.